Picture this. It's late. Way later than you're supposed to be up. And the house is dead silent. The TV's turned down so low, nobody hears it. And then that music hits. If you grew up watching Cartoon Network in the late 2000s, you probably already know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, stick around, because I'm about to tell you how a robot on the TV screen changed my entire life, bro. Hello, what's up everybody? This is Ja. Welcome to my channel. This is the place where we talk about all types of media from anime, manga, video games, and things of that nature. But today, we're going to be starting at the very beginning. Real quick, for anyone who wasn't around for it, Toonami was an action anime program block on Adult Swim. It launched in 1997, hosted by this robot named Tom, and it ran late Saturday nights from midnight to 4 a.m. No Adventure Time, no regular show. This is when the GOATs came out, like Dragon Ball Z and One Piece. This was also the first time a whole generation of kids actually saw what anime was, even if we didn't know what it was called at the time. Toonami actually had two runs, one from 1997 to 2008, and then left the air and came back in 2012. I wasn't around for the original run, but I did catch it in 2012 when it came back to the network. And I had no idea what I had stumbled upon, y'all. Peak fiction! So one weekend, I was staying at my dad's house, and me and my brothers had spent the whole day pretty much just watching Cartoon Network, running around, just being kids. And by the time it got late, bro, I was knocked out. Oddly enough, I remember my dad, getting out of the bathroom, which happened to be across from my room. So anytime people would use the bathroom, it always woke me up. So I happened to look over at the TV, and something amazing caught my eye. There was this show on. I didn't know what it was, but there was this guy with beads around his neck and this funny cowboy hat. And there was some other dude. It was a big dude with long black hair and kind of a do-rag, and they was about to scrap. It was One Piece. The actual episode is when Ace and Blackbeard had clashed, man. And from that second, I was locked in. After One Piece, I started catching whatever else Toonami was showing, and that's when things got real. Prime example, SAO. SAO hit me differently because I had already loved video games, but the idea of actually being inside one, living in a different world, that's just something cartoons weren't doing at the time. I remember me and my brother literally took an old toy bucket, cut eye holes in it, and put it over our heads, just trying to make our own Nerf gear. That's what the show did to us, bro. Then there were animes like Preciate and Akame Got Killed, and that's when I realized these shows weren't playing around. Characters I actually cared about were dying. There was no safety net. Imagine watching Akame Got Killed at 10 years old. No wonder why blood and gore don't bother me. Motherfuckers was dying every episode. I mean, not even the MC was safe. That's how rough it was out there, man. But that's what made it special. These shows took themselves seriously. Mordecai and Rigby aren't boxing the same way Kirito was. Let's be honest. And there was something sacred about the whole Toonami experience. Me and my brothers would literally take naps in the earlier day just so we could stay up for it. We set alarms just to make sure we didn't oversleep. And sometimes we would even ask our dad to get us snacks. Bro, this was not just a regular Saturday. This was an event. This was something to look forward to, y'all. And those little cinematic interludes Tom would do between the shows, those felt important, like you were actually watching something that mattered. Here's the thing about Toonami though, it wasn't just a TV block, it was a door, and once it opened, there was no closing it. If I missed an episode and couldn't record it, I was on Kiss Anime, the godfather of anime piracy. Rest in peace, man. Eventually finding it the next day, I started tracking out every show I could find. And it fit right back into gaming too. Like, I was already in the games, but now I'm playing games like SEL Lost Song on my PS Vita, Ball, Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2 on the PS3, Ball. And if you know these games, I'm not gonna lie, you know Ball too. And Pokemon was already in my life. But after watching X and Y while having a 3DS, yeah, now I'm a Pokemon fan 10 years later. Everything started connecting. Anime, manga, games, it was all a part of the same world to me. And Toonami built that bridge. It made those connections. Toonami is actually still running today. And looking back, I'm grateful I caught it when I did, because it just hit me at the right age. There's a version of me that just grows up watching regular TV and never going down this rabbit hole. Thank God that's not what happened. Instead, I caught a random One Piece episode at my dad's house in the middle of the night, and here we are. This channel is a result of that too. Everything I want to talk about traces back to the late nights. Toonami didn't just show me what anime was, it showed me that cartoons could hit different. That animation can make you feel things cartoons never can. And I've been chasing that feeling ever since. With every anime, with every manga, with every game. So that's where it all started for me. One night, one episode, and some random robot on the TV. If you grew up with Toonami, I want to know, what anime was your favorite? What memories keep coming back to you? Drop it in the comments, bro. I'm curious. And if you're new here, which all of you are, this is my first video, and you enjoy anime, manga, and games, go ahead and subscribe, man. And hopefully I'll see you on the next one.